Hi everyone, I'm Lisa Sablehouse with the Sablehouse team, coming to you with another edition of Local Love. And today we are going to be talking with John Fendrick, the owner of Rock Hill Orchard and Creamery. And I am so excited to see all that this land and area has right up here in Montgomery County. Thank you for letting me pet one of your cows. I saw when I was reading about your farm that all of the cows are individually named.
Every cow gets a three-part name. The first part is actually the farm name, so they all start with Woodbourne. Then the second part of the name is the father's name, and then the third part is the name. It's the similar name as the first letter of the mother's name.
Okay.
And that way you can tell basically the background
like
their lineage of every animal. So calves are just like kids, that if one gets sick, they'll all get sick.
Okay.
And so we find if we keep them in separate for about 45 to 60 days, then basically they pretty much won't be sick the rest of their life.
Okay, very interesting.
And then all our calves get milk up to 4 months old. And so about 2 months, 60 to 90 days, somewhere in there, they'll actually go into group pens up there, and they'll basically be in groups still on milk, and then basically they run around and do
just like a daycare.
Things. Just like daycare.
I love it.
Yep.
And you mentioned that this machine, so it will go one cow at a time.
One cow at a time, and it takes about 8 to 10 minutes
Okay.
to milk every cow.
Armor Amanda. Is her name.
So Armor was the father.
Okay.
And then her mother, was an A name. So basically, first it's clean. It's going to spray. So it's an iodine spray, and now it's basically going to wash it off with a soapy water mix. So think of a whirlpool. Take a whirlpool that you're just putting around someone, swirling it around, and then you're vacuuming it off. So it cleans the teat and then vacuums it off.
As long as they keep getting milked, they keep producing milk.
Yes, except it goes down.
It's the production.
Yeah, I mean, so typically for a typical cow, you want it to give birth once a year, and so it's typically it's milking for about 9 to 10 months of the year.
Okay.
And then you basically give it a 60 to 90 day rest period before it milks, before you have the next calf.
Starting again.
The machine knows, based upon history, how much milk and how fast the milk will come out, so it knows when to take the milkers off.
Right.
So every cow is different in terms of how much and how fast. So some cows put out all the milk all at once. Some bring out the milk a little bit slower.
Yep.
And so it's just keeping track of what it does, and that's what it's doing here. So.
But I guess back here, this is all the field where they roam. And can you tell us a little bit about the setup here?
Yeah. So essentially, we have what we call these lanes. So this what we call a road here. Think of it like a football goalpost. It goes up like this. Okay. So on this side we have the north side. This side we have the south side. So this section is about 55 acres, and then we have more pastures beyond the trees that way and that way. So there's probably about 40 something pastures. Each one's about 2 acres in size. Oh. And so the cows move every day. So they spend the night on the north side, then they go through where the robot is, and then they come back out and they go to the south side. And then in the afternoon, they reverse it, south side to north side. Because they want grass that's about 5 to 10 or 6 to 12 inches high. That's like the perfect grass.
So they're picky.
They're picky, but that's the most nutritious.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you go to the grocery store, you could get nice new crunchy lettuce, or you get really old dilapidated lettuce. Which would you rather have, and which one do you think has more nutrition?
Right. The
nice crunchy, or not, at least the nice fresh stuff.
Right.
So the cows are the same way. Because this is what they eat. This is 95% of the diet is the grass that you're seeing out here.
Okay. So I noticed all of your solar panels here as well. How is your farm run on that energy?
Yeah. So about 3 years ago or so, we got some grants to help put us in solar. So we have about 90% of our electricity is paid for with solar. Is done with solar. Now the way it works is we do net metering, so it's actually sold back. Like right now, it's a nice warm day. We're probably selling back to Pepco, and then we actually get credits from Pepco every year throughout the year. So that to me is always a good thing.
Yeah. So like you said, a day like today, where we're probably going to be in the 90s, but we'll produce a lot of energy.
We like the fact that we're doing good for the environment, and we can we have the ability to do this. So let's put it in. Right. And for us, it's all about sustainability. Even the way the cows are out here, it's this is the way cows want to be, is out here, and it's much more sustainable because they're out, they're eating what they're supposed to do. They make their own manure out here, but we don't put pesticides out here. We don't put fertilizer. The cows do it all themselves.
So just everything is all that, which is another great story because this is the only place in Montgomery County where you can get the ice cream from the cow right to the cone.
Guernsey cows put the beta carotene into the milk. Every other breed of cow basically absorbs the beta carotene. So when you're having our milk, you're basically getting kind of like eating a bunch of carrots.
Okay.
So you're basically getting that beta carotene in the milk. In addition, Guernsey cows have the highest percentage of A2, which is a beta casein in the protein, which is supposed to make it easier for people to digest.
Okay.
So we have a lot of people coming just for this A2 milk, sort of from Annapolis to Northern Virginia, from all over to come to here.
Right.
Because we're definitely the only A2 dairy in the DC area. There is one now in the Eastern Shore, but we used to be the only one in Maryland.
Oh, very interesting. I also read that it's the highest, I guess, cow or the milk that has the highest amount of omega-3s of any other cow.
Yeah, but that's really based upon, it's because they're eating grass all the time.
Okay. So John, with so many of your fields and acreages dedicated to the orchard, and I know you've planted lots of apple trees, and of course right now it's peach season. Can you tell us how you manage all of, so much of the orchard and how it's all pick your own and that part of your farm? It's
all about good record keeping. It's planning in the winter time, deciding what we're going to do, but in general, since we have pick your own, so like right here, we're in a white peach. We're about 2 acres of white peaches in here. Mm-hmm. And so it's all about, so everything's planted so that like this row here opened last weekend. This row here will open next weekend. The next row will open the following weekend. Everything's planned in a progression. So a lot of it is just keeping track of where things are ready. We have between the apples, the peaches, the nectarines, sour cherries, we probably have somewhere between 10 and 15,000 trees.
Wow.
I should know the actual number, but it's somewhere there. But every single tree is pruned in the wintertime. Every single one has to get pruned. So all winter we're pruning trees up until, well, we actually still are pruning trees.
Right. I think we're in probably what's going to be my favorite part. I'm just learning today that we can buy milk here, chocolate milk, and of course it's the special golden milk, which I can't wait to try. But this time of year with peaches, I hear the peach ice cream here is the best all around, and of course it's true farm to table or cow to cone.
Yeah, so up at our creamery, so basically on one side we have where the cow's milked, it's like an L. The other part is actually where we pasteurize and bottle the milk and we make the ice cream. So basically the milk is transferred from where the cow is every 1 to 2 days, and then we pasteurize it, and if it's milk, we just bottle the milk. If it's going into ice cream, we actually make the ice cream mix. So you basically take your milk, you take some cream, some sugar, a little bit of stabilizer, and there's probably some more things, but in general, you mix that up, let it sit overnight, and then we have a big fancy ice cream machine that you pour this into, and you get about 5 gallons of ice cream coming out of every container that we do.
Okay.
And so then flavors are added in as necessary, whether it's fruit or whatever else. We try to pretty much use all natural stuff. So it's, I will say like our dark chocolate ice cream is really good. It uses real chocolate in it, no artificial flavors in those, so it's real stuff. So.
Right. You have the creamery open all year round?
We're open all year round. In the winter time only on Saturdays and Sundays.
Right.
But yeah, so year round. At this time of year it's Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, I'm certainly ready to try a little bit ice cream. Well, I hear your dark chocolate is very good. Could I have some dark chocolate cone, please?
Sure.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time today.
Okay.
We're super excited to let everybody know about the Rock Hill Orchard. Right now, in the middle of summer for July, is of course peach picking season and peach ice cream, but I highly recommend the dark chocolate as well. So John, thank you so much again for your time.
Thank you very much for coming.
Yes, you're very welcome. And I'm excited to start telling all my friends to start coming out here. So
that
thanks
sounds
again.
Great. And we'll thank the cows for you.
Oh, please do, yes.
Yep.